I was once in great danger of being lost in a most singular manner in the Mediterranean. I was bathing in that pleasant sea near Marseille one summer's afternoon, when I discovered a very large fish, with his jaws quite extended, approaching me with the greatest velocity. There was no time to be lost, nor could I possibly avoid him. I immediately reduced myself to as small a size as possible, by closing my feet and placing my hands also near my sides, in which position I passed directly between his jaws and into his stomach, where I remained some time in total darkness, and comfortably warm, as you may imagine. At last it occurred to me that by giving him pain he would be glad to get rid of me. As I had plenty of room, I played my pranks, such as tumbling, hop, step, and jump, etc., but nothing seemed to disturb him so much as the quick motion of my feet in attempting to dance a hornpipe. Soon after I began, he put me out by sudden fits and starts. I persevered. At last he roared horridly, and stood up almost perpendicularly in the water, with his head and shoulders exposed, by which he was discovered by the people on board an Italian trader, then sailing by, who harpooned him in a few minutes. As soon as he was brought on board, I heard the crew consulting how they should cut him up, so as to preserve the greatest quantity of oil. As I understood Italian, I was in most dreadful apprehensions lest their weapons employed in this business should destroy me also. Therefore I stood as near the centre as possible, for there was room enough for 12 men in this creature's stomach, and I naturally imagined they would begin with the extremities. However, my fears were soon dispersed, for they began by opening the bottom of the belly. As soon as I perceived a glimmering of light, I called out lustily to be released from a situation in which I was now almost suffocated. It is impossible for me to do justice to the degree and kind of astonishment which sat upon every countenance at hearing a human voice issue from a fish, but more so at seeing a naked man walk upright out of his body. In short, gentlemen, I told them the whole story as I have done you, whilst amazement struck them dumb. After taking some refreshment and jumping into the sea to cleanse myself, I swam to my clothes, which lay where I had left them on the shore. As near as I can calculate, I was near 4 hours and a half confined in the stomach of this animal.